Hey everybody, if you're watching this, we're still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can, subscribe, and if you've already subscribed, leave a comment, like the video, do those kinds of things. That really helps out with interaction, helping other people find the video. So now on to the rest of the video. Hey! I thought I'd answer a few questions about what it's like to wear a C-3PO costume. I get a few common questions, so let's rapid fire. Megan asks, how much can you see? Not much, let's be honest here. So what you're looking through when you wear a C-3PO costume are these little eyes there. And the little eyes are just a little hole about as big around as a straw. So if you want to see what it's like, get a straw, and maybe not the tiny, not like one of the real little ones, but kind of the, medium, kind of fat ones, not one of the mega straws, not like a boba straw, but cut off about ½ an inch and then look through 2 of them. But they have to be exactly that far apart. It doesn't matter how far apart your eyes are. They will be this far apart. And you just need to try to look through those, and there'll be little slats over them, so you can't exactly see, and there'll be lights shining there, so, not well, let's just put it that way. Megan asks, how well can you move? Not well. The arms aren't too bad, but the legs can be kind of tough. It really depends on how well the suit is aligned to your own knees and what kind of system you have to hold the legs up. I've got kind of a suspender system, if you will, that runs down to the legs and helps hold them up. The arms aren't nearly as bad as people think. These are kind of big arms. Since they slide down, I have some I have some straps to help hold the arms up, help a little bit. Not real well, it's a lot of shuffling to get around. But some people have better suits and are able to move better than I am. Sean asks, what happens when you sneeze? I don't think I've ever sneezed in this suit. I think I'd remember cleaning that out, but it would be pretty bad because there's really nowhere for anything to go. Scott asks, how do you pee? You don't. Not while you're wearing the suit. You gotta do that beforehand, and I'll explain. It'll be clear with another answer. Megan asks, how long does it take to put on? It's getting faster. I would say it takes about an hour. It takes about an hour to put on, but what they don't tell you is it takes about an hour to take off and kind of pack away. So if you're not careful, yes, if you want to troop, it's about 2 hours just getting in and out of the suit, plus whatever time you're actually going to be 3PO in the middle. So yeah, you gotta pee ahead of time. Can you do it alone? No, it is impossible to put on everything by yourself. At least the suit I've got. Maybe there's some people out there who can do it, but I can pretty much put on any individual piece by myself, but once you put certain ones on, that makes other ones really hard to do. And basically the last thing you need to put on is the face, and your arms can't really get up and get close enough to your face to actually do that when you're wearing the arms. Ideally, I'd have at least 2 people helping me. I can do it with 1, but that person really has to be dedicated, and it's a little easier if you've got a couple of people to kind of hold a couple of different pieces as it's going together to get everything lined up right. Jared asks, how many times did you say, I need to trim that, when you put it on the first time? So this is kind of a maker's question of, how close was it to being right? I would say pretty close the first time. The one area that I did a lot of work on after the first couple of times wearing it was the shorts, actually, because the legs come up pretty high and you don't really need as much of the shorts as most of the makers provide. So you can trim them a little bit. So I trimmed that a little bit, and that helped with the movement a lot. And Julie asks, is it easier to breathe in C-3PO or with a COVID mask? Very topical. I would say it is much easier to wear a COVID mask. This is pretty challenging to wear. but not as much of why you might think. When you're wearing it, you're really having to breathe through this little hole here in the mouth, which isn't very big. But for this one, the chest is actually pretty tight, and so I can't take real big breaths with it. So it's a lot of shallow breaths. So that makes it kind of hard to breathe wearing this, and really have to kind of slow my breathing. And COVID masks are much easier to deal with. Thanks for the questions. What questions do you have? Have you ever seen somebody wearing 3PO? What do you think it'd be like to try to wear? Ask your questions, leave your comments below. You working on a 3PO? Let me know, and I'll help you out however I can. Stay safe, stay cool, and have a good one.